Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu will represent Enugu West in the upper chamber of the National Assembly. A lawyer by training and accomplished politician, Senator Ekweremadu is a consummate grassroots politician who has earned the trust and confidence of his people for his humility and commitment to the upliftment of their lives.
I grew up in this area, so I understand that there are challenges. If you are conversant with my senatorial district, we have 5 local governments. We have Aninri, we have Ogo, we have Oji River, we have Udi, and we have Ezago. Now, if you look at the topography and then the geological formation of the place, you will now find out that places like Aninri and most of Ogo don't have underground water because of the coal deposits, in the area. So if you try to do boreholes, it's not going to work. You just simply waste that time and waste government money. So we don't bother ourselves there. Now, but places like Udi and Ezago, and then some part of Oji River, we discover that they have underground water. So if I'm going to cite water projects, I'm going to focus on those areas because I know we're going to find water and going to be useful to the people. Now, these other places, they also challenge because the area is mostly swampy. So during the rainy season, you can't even access those places. So their priority for me should be roads. So we need to get them out of that kind of situation. So we focus on roads in those areas, right? Then there are some places who maybe for some reason their location, because of the capacity of the people around their places, they can provide school blocks for themselves. Then there's some people that are so poor that they cannot. So you look at where all those options and look at the best place that this will be mostly appreciated, where to add more value, then you place such a consensus project in those areas. So we have to look at where it's mostly needed.
Through his hard work and patriotism, Senator Ekweremadu has attracted a lot of projects for the 5 local governments making up the Enugu West constituency.
If you see the road from Oji River, yes, passing through Oji River to my own area up to Akeze in Ebonyi State, okay. In 2007, when we started the idea of that road, now, ordinarily I would have said, okay, let me go and do something to my place, because my own road was the worst at the time. So, but we decided to start somewhere in Oji River. So the first one that we secured was the one, the Oji River Road. Okay. So the second phase was the Ogo Aninri up to Akeze Road. When the one for Ogo Aninri Akeze was awarded, the contractors thought that they're going to please me. So they went in front of my house and did 1 kilometer of asphalt road. I asked myself, how do I get to this step? I'm going to do another 30 kilometers to get to this asphalt. I said to them, look, I'm not interested in this. Just do me the favor, go and remove that asphalt road. Go and start from the beginning. I'll wait. So I insisted, they went and removed it. They removed it. People thought I was crazy. So they eventually started the construction until it got everywhere. The same thing with the electricity. We didn't have one single electricity in the whole of that local government. So I said the idea of getting electricity from Enugu to my local government. So the same people now said they're going to string the wire from Enugu to my house. I said, don't try it. Just be going, we'll be patient. There's a place they call Anikenano. It's supposedly a very challenging part of local government. It has several, it's full of hills, and valleys. So this place is completely inaccessible. So most of the people who live there, they can't come out. Nobody can go in to see them there. They can't even do anything there. Can't do schools, nothing, because they haven't even get there in the first place. So when politicians win election, nobody goes there to campaign. So you just hope that whatever they get there, you just manage. So when the population there wasn't much, but they are still part of my constituency. I owe them a responsibility of representation. So those who are better placed in terms of the geography of where they are living, they are not better than these people, right? So they are all my representatives, they are all my constituents, so I need to do something for them. So I started to think about them. So finally we came up with the idea to do a road that will link the whole of that challenged area. So we started pleading with Minister of Works. we managed to do the design, after so many years, did the design, went to the ministry, pleaded with them, eventually found its way into the budget. Today they are doing a 15 billion naira project for the whole of that area. If you pass through there, I'm sure you won't believe you're in Nigeria. It's like South Africa.
Water is life, but for many residents of Enugu West, potable is challenging. However, Senator Ikweremadu has come to their rescue with many water projects all over the constituency.
Some parts of my country had water, underground water, like Udi. If you've been to Udi, especially in the 9 Mile area, you discover that most of the breweries are situated there. Yes. It's not because they like us.
Because we have one of the best water there in the country. That's what is attracting them there. So because of that, we don't have problem. So what I've done in Udi and the Zago is to buy a rig machine, yes, to drill water for my people there because they have underground water. Yes. So we can't say the same thing of Aniri or some of Fuji River, but we need to provide for them. Remember I said earlier that there's coal deposit underground that part. Yes. So the implication that you can't get underground water, no matter how you try. Yes. So the alternative is to do dam for them. So we now brought about 3 dams now going on in that area. One is at Obanko, that will service most of Aniri anyway. Today, I'm sure if you go on there, you can see the overhead dams coming up. And then the dam is also almost completed. So even though the dam is constructed to provide the water, irrigation and power, but my interest right now is to provide the water for them so that they'll be able to have access to good water. Then we have one at Umbo that will serve the people of Umbo and the environment. So that has been fixed, completed, but unfortunately, we've not been able to reticulate it. And then due to budgetary constraints, it's not been put to use. We intend to also clean it up and then be able to reticulate the water there and put it in people's homes. We have another one at Tubo that will serve the other part of our local government and then possibly some part of Uchi River. So with that, we've covered our people with water provision.
Women empowerment is also a cardinal principle of Senator Ikweremadu's policies. For this reason, over 3,170 students from Enugu West have benefited from Senator Ikweremadu's bursary and scholarship program.
On a personal level, I decided to set up a foundation. So part of my earning goes into that foundation. So what we do is that for students in universities, especially in the 4th year, and penultimate years, we help them with school fees, as many as we can each year. And then we also conduct quiz competitions among secondary school. So the best ones, we give them scholarship. Sometimes we also just do an interview, let's say the most brilliant of them, we give them scholarship, we pay them to pay their way through school. Then once in a while, we have opportunity in the federal service, people want to employ, and we plead with them to give us 1 or 2 chances. We also put our people in those places, So, and then we also train people who have finished university, put them through computer programming and stuff like that, so, and then give them some practical training in some areas, especially those in engineering. We take them to some practical places they can get real-time training and then get some experience, and some of them have started something on their own. So we find a number of, programs, that will help to empower these people. If you look at that, if you go to that dam at Obanko, a lot of people who left the north, because of the crisis there, came home doing nothing. We put them together as cooperative and push them into that dam. Today they are fish farmers. So last holidays, during the Christmas, I didn't buy any fish. They kept bringing fish to my house. I still have some money remaining in appreciation. So when I'm making a lot of money, they can't even meet the target. Yet what the fish there is inexhaustible.
Women too are not left behind, as over 12,000 women have passed through Senator Ikweremadu's special literacy program for women.
Over the years, those people have been left behind, especially women, because in the past there's priority to send the male children to school. They don't send the female. So what they do is just give them out in marriage. So now they've been caught up with civilization. They can't make phone calls, they can't open bank account, they can't do anything. So we need to bring them, at par with everybody else. So what we now decided is to set up adult literacy schools. Remember, the federal government have a commission for adult literacy, but it's not working. It's certainly not working. If it's working in another place, it's certainly not working in my own place. So we needed to fill the gap. So what we did was to go and partner with primary school teachers and various communities and say, gentlemen, after school, we pay so money. What can you help us put these women together and these men too, and then be able to teach them how to read and write? So this started being over 10 years. So after about six years, they have graduated in the primary school. And the interesting thing is that the quality of our graduates is better than the quality of the graduates, the primary school graduates in the normal school. That's the truth. They can read and write, they can do anything. The level is unprecedented. So what we do every year, we organize a graduation program for them to come and display to people what they are doing.
With his gentle mien and concern for his people, Senator Ikweremadu continued to have a grip in this sprawling constituency, making him popular and stand tall like the Iroko tree. He has touched their lives and they are ready to keep him for good.